Live to push out. Alright. So, I made a big fuss yesterday about how my sleep tracker didn't capture all the time that I was asleep. I just realized I can edit the sleep tracker information, so I don't have to live with inaccurate sleep data for like a past week. I already did it for today, so I don't have to do that much fact checking. I mean, that's basically what I did last live, was just fact checking my sleep tracker, which was like really annoying. I mean, ideally I would rather just be looking at my sleep and not like scrutinizing every little detail of whether I thought I was awake or not. Accuracy wise, the sleep tracker was a bit more accurate last night. If anything, it was just slow to kick in, so I just had to like look at the footage and figure out what time I actually fell asleep and just adapt it. That said, I did order a new kind of sleep tracker. It's from Withings. I'll show you what it looks like. Withings Sleep. Alright, so this is the new sleep tracker I'm gonna get. It should be dropping off any moment, so I might be able to actually do an unboxing a little bit later on the live. But basically, it's a pad that goes underneath the mattress, and once it's underneath the mattress, basically it what do you call it? It senses motion, and ooh, look at all these fancy design videos. This one away. Yeah, there's this. Ooh, look at that. Got like air pockets and a little circuit board right there. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to try that out. I mean, so far, the issues that I'm having with like the Apple Watch sleep tracker have mainly been like motion based. Like I toss and turn a little bit much. I mean, the idea is like if you are tossing and turning, you are having a different quality of sleep. But the thing is, with the watch, or I suppose with the ring or Whoop band or any type of sleep tracker that's on your body, it's going to like if that particular limb moves, it's going to overemphasize that motion. While as something like this would take the sum of motion. Now, here's the part that's weird. That's actually kind of interesting. It actually does heart rate somehow. So it does sleep duration, sleep onset, time to wake, REM phases, average and continuous heart rate from a mattress pad. Like, how sensitive is it that it could detect your heart rate from? I mean, I guess I'm gonna find that out. I guess. Yeah, Bluetooth cannot be set up with the computer. Yeah, I have the Withings Health app already, so I'll be able to look into what this thing does sooner or later. Well, again, that's maybe for later in the stream if the Amazon gets here later. Let's check where Amazon is with my package. Amazon is currently this many stops away. Anyway, just oh, they already delivered it. Cool. Let me be right back then. I'll grab the package and let's open this thing up. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna pause the live. Pause the live, actually. Yeah. Alright, I'm back. That was a nice little mail call I got from the, what do we call it? Poof. Yeah, this thing just arrived, so we can look at that in just a moment, but I'll just get into that later. Meanwhile, last night's sleep. Didn't get as much sleep as the night before. I went to sleep later, so that was partially my doing, but I don't know. For me, the last few nights have been, oh, if I get to sleep too early, I wake up around midnight, and if I get to sleep too late, then I'm awake. Well, then I just don't get enough sleep. Well, 7 hours. 7 hours is what I determined was my sleep total last night. So basically, let's see. I get into bed around 11:20. See, I basically doze off around here. I did wake up, so let's go to the real time. I did wake up I think around 5 a.m. There's a cup right here. Yep, 5 a.m. So 5:03, I get out of bed, pause the live stream, start the live stream again. Hey, did I tape? Actually, that might actually work. So I had a problem. Well, here, let me show you what happened last night. So first thing I did was put my mask on. Well, nice and slow it down a little bit. But first, put my mask on, put my chin strap on. This is the chin strap I hate, by the way. I just couldn't find my usual chin strap, so I had to like put this one on. And then I put my AirPods, eye mask, and then my AirPods. So what was I thinking? Basically, the benefit of the chin strap is that it actually can go over my headphones, so I actually help keep my headphones on. So check it out. Let's see how long my headphones last on my head. Because I remember, I know what woke me up. It was sound. People ask why I wear the headphones to bed, and it's because sounds wake me up. Oh, there we go. One ear pops out around 2 a.m. The other ear is already popped. Alright, so it's off my head. I slept for 3 hours. Granted, like no noise immediately woke me up, but I remember waking up to noise here. So I don't know if it was any specific noise. Maybe it was this. No, this is me adjusting the mat. Yeah, okay. Let me turn up the volume and see if I can hear what's... There's like this rhythmic noise here. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's like from the machine. It's like a cycle of air from the machine. So, yeah. Sound woke me up. And that's something I can do better tonight. And what you'll notice, like, before... Okay, this is before... So I wake up, pause the live stream. Now notice what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the big thick chin strap, which I hate. And then when I get back into bed, I'm wearing the thin chin strap. And this time I put the top straps of the chin strap over my headphones. And lo and behold, I sleep with everything on. Yeah, so that's probably a own goal. RX Brad, I wouldn't know. I'm asleep. And I don't hear that many of them on the stream, funny enough. My microphone isn't pointed in that particular direction. Yes, but I hear basically about everything else. Cool. So here I am getting into bed. Again, 11:20 is when I got into bed. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. So I run a mask fit. Now, yeah. I really should... Now I gotta hide this awful chin strap I have. I mean, it should be like the last resort. I mean, basically it was on my nightstand as a backup. I could not find my normal chin strap, so after I couldn't find it, I was like, okay, fine, I'll wear this the one that's not so ideal. So I wore that one. Hey, all meat. You fix your mate's sleep apnea. What is? I don't know what. Oh, okay. No, we're not going to talk about that specific substance on this live because that's an easy way to get your content restricted. Yeah, that's no problem. We know what you're talking about. We know about dabs. No, I'm not going to try to do the other type of dab. Alright, so here I am looking for my chin strap. Couldn't find it. I found part of one. I found like a part of a chin strap, so here I am looking all over the place for it. I'm like, where do you know where it was? It was probably wrapped up in the blanket here. So, yep. So there I go, grab my backup chin strap, and I have to settle with this piece of crap strap. Yeah, crap strap. Alright, so here I am putting it on. I mean, wait. I could swear it's in my blanket somewhere. Probably got wrapped up with it. So this one, I don't even know like what direction this thing's supposed to go on. I can have it upside. I'm gonna put it on upside down at first. It's like, oh, is this how it goes on? Nope. Oh boy, yeah. I have it upside down. The back. I think the thick strap's supposed to go over the back. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, eventually I get it right. I'm like, this one I just don't get to bed. I don't want to deal with chin straps. I'm probably a good idea to just order an extra one of the good chin straps right now. Chin strap. I'd even settle for yeah, here's on anti-snoring chin strap. How much are these? $17. That's a lot. Is that how much I paid for it last time? I bought it 4 times. The last time I bought one was... yeah, it was also $17. Okay. Alright. It's not inflation yet. Alright. So that was one mistake. I put the headphones on top of everything. Ideally... again, the chin strap I'm using is way too tight, so... it's not great for securing down the AirPods. So I was just hoping the AirPods would, you know, hold down basically everything else, but nope. 2 hours in, the AirPods fell off, and I would guess noise woke me up. Now that's one of the things people ask why I wear all of that crap. I mean, first of all, the sleep apnea mask is part of the treatment. That's the main point of this live, is to go over sleep apnea treatment. But the eye mask, the headphones, all that is kind of just stuff on top of the treatment, just to make the treatment a little bit hey, I can subscribe to that. Nah, it's not worth it. I'll just go ahead and get a new one. Get us a couple spare chin straps. Alright, so I'll put that in my cart. you BTP, he does have one. Let me go get him. Here, let me show and tell. I'll be right back. I swear I'm not going that far. Still here. Alright. Yeah, he's... oh yeah, that's a Snorlax... what's on the stream? That's a Snorlax pillow, by the way. That's like a... it's a 3-in-1, like... it's got 3 modes. It's got Pokeball mode, so that one's in Pokeball mode. That one's in Snorlax mode. And then there's another version that's a neck pillow. So here is my buddy with this... with my spare sleep apnea mask. So you see, you can't see, he's got his own mask, and yeah. He's he's not Snorlax. He's the breathing easily lax. Cool. Alright, that was worth getting up. Alright, so 11:25, getting to bed now. Oh, sleep tracker. Sleep tracking information. That is the last thing I forgot to upload to. Whoa. Thank you for the confetti. Alright, so let me airdrop this. Yes, thank you. Download. Alright, so I got the sleep tracking information. Now, yesterday's live, I spent most of the live just correcting the data because there was so many misreadings from the sleep tracker the night before that I was like, oh, this is so time consuming. Then I realized I can just fix the stuff. I can fix the info well before I get on live. So this chunk of awake time, or this chunk was awake time. In fact, so I looked at the recording and saw that I fell asleep at 11:50. So, through the magic of editing, well, editing, eventually let me edit. Here we go. Alright, so I estimated that I got to sleep 11:50. That's when I increased my start time too. So here I am, 11:45, still awake. Okay, so maybe 11:50 was a little bit too conservative. Okay, but if anything, I want to say 11:55. Maybe I'll back that off 5 minutes. I can do that right now. Tamu, thank you for the follow. Cool. All right. That's the thing I was like lamenting about yesterday was, oh, I'm gonna have all this bad like sleep data in my app, and I realized, wait, I can just edit it. What am I thinking? I could just edit the sleep data. So I'm gonna remove that. That's a core. Right, so that was 11. Dang, I hate how it divides it. It divides it by day. So okay, 11. That's annoying. Okay, either way, I'll deduct 5 minutes later. Yep. So how much sleep total? So yeah, I said 7 hours. I definitely overshot it by. I added 6 more minutes than I should have. So I said here I fell asleep at 11:50. If I look closely, I was supposed to at 11:55. So I can deduct 5 minutes. I'll be honest on that end. All right. So basically asleep from 11:50 on till, yeah, let's go ahead and watch. I fast forward. All right, so there I am asleep. Did I put music on? Yeah, cool. All right, so I can just admire my tossing and turning. Yep, turn on my side. Now, yeah, the thing I was complaining about last live was just how inaccurate sometimes the sleep tracker can be, and that's because the sleep tracker's on my wrist. And granted, it's great to get, hey, Chubbs, you knew this information is affect on your health at all, or just comfort sleeping? I would say for my health. I mean, ideally, you want to find ways to get better sleep. A lot of the stuff I've discovered just rewatching this and reviewing different sleep stages. Well, I mean, I'm still learning stuff every day. Like, for example, waking up in the middle of the night. I used to not know what woke me up, and when you wake up in the middle of the night without like something like this, like a recording of it, you basically have to just like, well, I guess I just woke up. But I then realized I remember what woke me up now. Well, you're lucky if you remember. But my headphones, the headphones I'm wearing, they're not on secure. Usually I secure them with like a strap. I put a chin strap over everything, and that helps keeps noise cancellation going on throughout the night. Now, even if the headphones run out of battery, which they've tend to do, especially if I don't charge them before I go to sleep, they'll run out of battery, but they'll still provide like passive noise cancellation. Like I won't hear like the hiss of the machine. Other things that can wake me up are passing trains and planes. So those are the things I've discovered just by analyzing, just watching the footage, as well as obviously the sleep tracking data. Now, I've had a few things to say about sleep tracking data in general, just how finicky it is, but overall, I mean, it's good to have some of this, and just to at least get an idea of how well you're sleeping. Now, I would say I'm probably sleeping a little bit better because I've only now started to like, well, I've been like fact checking my sleep tracker, and it's like, oh, it thought I was awake here, but no, I wasn't. Uh, but I didn't realize I should have known. I could have just edit the data and just like correct it. Like, nope, you're wrong. All right, but we're gonna look at some of these sleep stages. There's this bright blue sleep stage right here. It's called REM sleep. Oh, you might not see it. Let me pull that down into, so you can see that on the, yeah, you can see it on the screen now. All right, so 30 minutes of REM sleep. Hey, Andy, you got your tonsils removed, and you think your sleep apnea is finally gone. Congratulations, yeah. Tonsil removal is definitely one of those surgeries that, you know, if you get it at the right age, you can, you know, stave off a lot of like tonsillitis. I got tonsillitis like a lot in my 20s, and I asked my doctor, hey, can I get these out? And they're like, no. Little did he know, little did I know, if he just said yes, I might have actually helped my sleep apnea as well. But now I'm much older, and now I'm probably a lot less willing to get under a knife for like surgery. So yeah, I'm glad you're that your tonsils are out, and you're better sleeps in the future for you. So congratulations. Oh, hopefully you'll be off and running. All right. So I want to look at this REM sleep. So REM stands for rapid eye movement. Now that's the sleep phase most commonly associated with dreaming. So I'm going to fast forward. How long have I had sleep apnea? I don't know. I was only diagnosed in my 30s, but the one symptom I knew about, snoring, basically I had since I was a little kid. So it is possible I had pediatric sleep apnea and just didn't know it. That's a load of good that does me now. I'm diagnosed now, which is great. I'm treating my sleep apnea, so that's fantastic. But had my parents been aware what sleep apnea was, frankly, my dad might have had it, and he passed away way early. So, and he had heart disease. So, sleep apnea and any cardiovascular issue is usually a pretty bad combination. So, I imagine he was just, ugh, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to think about the negative health effects of sleep apnea that I've subjected myself to for years. All right, so here we come to REM sleep. Now, sometimes my eye mask will pop off before REM sleep, and then we actually get to see it. But you might be able to see something. At least you might be able to see my eye mask, or the little area between my eye mask. You might see some twitching, but it's gonna be like a little bit of REM sleep for a while. And REM sleep again is the sleep stage that's most commonly associated with dreaming. So here I am having REM. Yeah, I can see. Maybe I'll see. I'm looking at the tiny spot between my eye mask where I can kind of see maybe one of my eyelids move. Yeah, they're moving a little bit, and you see the mask is shifting up and down too. So Yeah, there's definitely some REM going on. Let me see how long this lasts, though. May not be much to see for a while. Alright, got another like 12 minutes. Hey Jen, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Alright. That's REM sleep. Again, commonly associated with dreaming. Oh, Andy, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate you. Okay, so combining out of that, after this REM is over, I'm gonna go ahead and get into some light sleep and deep sleep. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of deep sleep. Jen, you feel really groggy when you first wake up. Yeah, I think that's a pretty common experience. I mean, depending on the quality of sleep you get. I wish I wish I could say today was like a great day. Oh, I didn't need a lick of caffeine. I'm on my second energy drink right now, so eventually I'll feel like a functional human being. Yeah, it's, you know, with sleep apnea, it's not like, oh, you treat it and then it's gone. It's sort of like you still gotta take it day by day, just like with sleep. All right, we have more REM sleep coming up at 4:39. So let me jump right to that. 4:39. All right, do I take off my eye mask at all? No, I don't. But 36. Okay, I do take it off for, well, I don't take it off, but I can see some of my eyelids, or at least one of the eyelids. So I'm gonna go ahead and magnify. So apologize in advance for the extreme close-up. There's my giant face, and mainly I just want to show you what is happening between those eyelids. Yes, so you see the one eyelid still visible now. So I'm gonna push play, fast forward. What do I do for work? I just do a regular office job. Ooh, there's the rapid eye movement. You just see, ooh, you just see sometimes the eyelids will flutter, and if you watch carefully, sometimes you'll see the eyeballs move left and right. That's a pretty clear sign of rapid eye movement. Yeah, I see a lot of fluttering, and every once in a while you see the shade of the eyelids change. That's because it's moving left or right. It's pretty fascinating. And again, that's called REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep. I'll spare you my ugly teeth. Oh, never mind. Okay, so there was my wake up. And like I discovered earlier, well, I'll show you what contributed to my wake up. Back it up a little bit. Look at my ears. Look at my ears. I got one ear out. This side. Look at that. I can see the grill on my other. Yeah, there's the other ear. So both of my ears slipped out of my AirPods. Basically, I'm like, I can hear everything. Now, what I remember, hey, Dixie, when you talk about CPAP machines can't be used by people. Okay, this topic comes up once in a while, Dixie. Yeah, it's a legal gray area, so that's why I'm not going to give you like first-hand recommendations, but anecdotally, you can buy used machines of any type. You can buy used iPhones, used computers. Why not used medical equipment? Granted, the issues are medical equipment usually is not programmed for you, so you'll get. Yep, that's one issue. The other thing is, in the U.S., these are set up for insurance compliance. So every night, my machine, well, every morning when I wake up, the machine contacts the server. It basically has its own cellular connection. There's a little cellular modem in the machine. I'll show you the machine. It's time for the machine to get a close up. There it is. Oops, a little closer. Let's look at my machine, the thing I've been paying so much for. That's Baby Yoda. Okay, so here's the machine. So every morning there's a little like cell phone radio inside, and basically when you're done for the night, it transmits back to the manufacturer's website, and your doctor gets a sleep report. Now, they won't look at your sleep data every day. They usually just print out a summary right before your next visit. So I have my next visit maybe like 2-3 months. And they'll have my last like 90 days worth of sleep data to look at. And they'll mainly be looking for like how often I'm using it, what are my events per hour. So if you get a used one, you might end up sending data to the doctor, the last person who used it. So that's maybe a reason why not to look at a used one. I mean, but granted, the data is not gonna, well, won't hurt you, because some doctor's gonna, how come I'm still getting data from your machine? Like, oh yeah, I lost it. Like, nah, they're not gonna buy that. Well, again, so it's a hypothetically you can get a used one, but there's a lot of caveats. So legally, you shouldn't. Legally, as per the U.S. health insurance, which we all know is the best system in the world, and no pew pew to my head. It is the best system in the world, and there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, Sloop, these Norlax sleep masks. I have it on my nightstand. It's on the backup. Hugh, thank you. Let us know as soon as that happens. Okay, so yeah, my little joke about the U.S. healthcare system. You know, the one where we pew pew the guy with the Luigi Mario thing. I've already said too much. My live's already like being flagged by the NSA or something. Oh yes, the Baby Yoda or the Grogu Squishmallow. I believe it's a Costco Squishmallow. So Costco does everything bigger. But you can get smaller versions of it at your local Squishmallow retailer. I think you sell them at like FYE or other places. People who know what FYE is. Okay, so waking up. What woke me up? Yes, we all know. I think when that hit mainstream, everyone just called it Baby Yoda, and we didn't. Well, okay, I'm gonna sound like a terrible fan right now. I barely finished season 1 of The Mandalorian. I'm so late to that, and I had to be in the mood to watch it. I'm excited for Andor season 2. If anything, hey, I love Andor. Cassian Andor is my favorite rebel. Yes. Okay, so let me go back to my sleep tracker and look at this orange splotch right here. This is me waking up. I hate this, and I think I know what caused it, and I remember now, because I remember being asleep or half asleep, and then hearing the hiss of the machine. Now, people ask, "Oh, is the machine loud? Is the machine bother you?" Like, most people know, but I found I'm pretty sensitive to sound. So when I say the machine's not loud, it kind of is. Ranked. I'm probably like a gold tier. Yeah, I'm working my way up to platinum, Cooper. So if you want a 1v1 later, actually that sounds, no, let's not 1v1. Let's there's no this gaming metaphor has gone too yes, yeah, the gaming metaphor went off the rails way too quick. Yes, right, they are, but I'm really sensitive to sound, it turns out. Like, my sleep is like, even though I can sleep through a lot of things, I need like voice kinds of headphones to sleep through. Like, the discovery that like a passing train or plane could wake me up. That was a pretty shocking revelation. I was like, you mean I've woken up like every time the GD train just like comes by with the whatever, and I'm like, yep, it does. I'm like, come on. and planes too. So like, you know, if there's an overnight flight that flies over me, like I wake up and like, what the hell woke me up? And I didn't learn until I did this live stream thing and started looking at the recordings. Like I figured out what woke me up. I remember woke me up last night because I remember being half awake around about here on the recording, around about, wait, is it 4:30? Make sure you see the time. So right now it's like 4:50. My sleep tracker said I was awake at 5. So sometime around now I'm starting awake because I hear right, yeah, I'm probably just like your buddy with the light sleeping. Now the AirPods definitely have been a game changer that way. So I like kind of depend on the hey Jack, you have borderline severe sleep apnea. Congratulations, 40-pound loss. That is not that's nothing to shake a stick at. That is, you're proud of yourself, Jack. You lost 40 pounds and no more sleep apnea. You're giving us hope, Jack. Tell your story. What? Move your head so we can deep sleep, bro. What? Oh, you want to see the deep sleep? It's not much deep sleep. It's like a couple of tiny spikes. Core sleep. Core sleep is light sleep. So it's basically I guess in a way it's trying to differentiate between REM sleep, which is light blue, and deep sleep, which is deep purple. So it's everything in between, I guess. So light sleep, you tend to toss and turn. You might be very susceptible to wake up. You can wake up out of basically any sleep stage, but for me, I tend to wake up out of REM and core sleep. I mean, I don't suppose it's impossible to wake up out of deep sleep, but it's unlikely. All right, so 5 o'clock I woke up. Oh, Resify, your Apple Watch noticed that you were sick a few days before. Yeah, I got that too. One of the measurements here, maybe I took it. It's right here. Wrist temperature. If you have one of the latest ones, it can actually sense your overnight wrist temperature, and that could tell you whether or not you have if you're starting to develop like a fever. Oh, Jack, yeah. Again, hey, some sleep struggles are better than sleep apnea being like your main sleep struggle. I wish everyone wishes to be rid of it, but again, 40 pounds, that's amazing, dude. Alrighty, 5 o'clock. Wow. 5 o'clock, I woke up for 55 minutes. So let's see what woke me up. And I can tell you right now, it was the sound. Like, both of my ears are outside of my AirPods right now. So that's causing a lot of issues. Now, I remember being asleep and hearing the sounds of the machine. In fact, if I'm looking at Oscar right now, so people have been telling me about, me too, Ultra 2 fan club. So Oscar's telling me that the pressure I was getting right around the time I woke up was 17 to 13. Again, it's not particularly high. Oh, there was a leak rate too, huh? There was an increased leak rate. Yeah, I don't know how much if this came up on my score at all, but apparently between 4 and 5, I had a leak issue. No, it wasn't enough to affect my final score in my area. But hey, Brian, what is sleep apnea? Glad to answer that question. So sleep apnea is a sleep disorder which causes the airway to close up at night. So when someone with sleep apnea goes to sleep, the airway starts to close up. And the most common symptom they'll have to start is snoring. So someone who snores might have sleep apnea. Now, what is the difference between normal snoring and sleep apnea is the apnea part. Apnea stands for basically a lack of breathing. The person with sleep apnea will stop breathing periodically throughout the night, and that is what sleep apnea is. And the more that stoppage breathing happens, the more severe the sleep apnea is. So, to give you an idea, when I was diagnosed, I had severe sleep apnea, and I would stop breathing 70 times per hour. That's more than once a minute. My body would choke, would hold its breath, and then gasp for air, and that would repeat minute more than once a minute. Yeah, Jack, it can lead to early unaliving. It's quite scary, and the insidious thing is a lot of people have it and don't realize they have it. That's It's so underdiagnosed. People like me thought it was just, oh, I just snore. People were making a big deal of my snoring. Like my friends are gonna complain about my snoring. Luckily, my friends had my oh my gosh, 90. Well, your friend or your congregation mate holds the crown for highest AHI I've heard today. 90. Wow. Um, yeah. So my AHI was 70. Basically, more once a minute. I would. I guess that's at 90. You'd be like almost twice a minute with 90. Yeesh. So basically, you stop breathing, and this happens while you sleep, so you have no control over it. You go to sleep thinking you're getting restored to sleep, and you wake up feeling terrible. Like, why am I waking up feeling terrible? And it's because basically you're not breathing, or you stop breathing, and that's basic sleep apnea. How it's treated? Basically, this machine here is a sleep apnea machine. It pumps air through this hose. The hose goes right here into this white mask I'm wearing, which cups under my nose and into my mouth, and basically provides me a constant air supply, pressurized air to keep the airway open. That way I can actually sleep. Now, that is the treatment for sleep apnea. And I do these sleep reviews just to, look at how well I slept, as well as how well my sleep apnea treatment is doing. Now, here, Jack, thank you so much for asking the question, or thank you so much for your input. Yeah, again, congratulations, and yeah, have a good rest of your day. All right, so why did I wake up? No, I have a distinct memory around this time of hearing the machine. I'm like, oh, the machine, the hissing, it's just unbearable. Actually, one might not be able to hear it. I have the noise of the turned up. Yeah, you can hear it. It's like a. So it's basically providing pressurized air rhythmically with my inhales and exhales. Now, for most people, again, a lot of people get used to the sound of it. I just found through trial and error that I'm really sensitive to sound at night. That's why I always have AirPods Max on when I sleep, and that's why I also have two pairs. This is not the same pair I'm wearing in the that's my sleeping pair. This is the pair for my streaming computer. Basically, the one thing I've learned about treatment is always have a spare. Now I kind of have a spare machine. It's all known right now. Someone has it in their car right now, but like, I have a spare machine, but I wouldn't. Well, worst case scenario, I would take that out of storage and use it. But like, right here, so I'm starting to stir awake, and in my mind, I'm thinking that noise, that hissing noise, the hiss of the machine, and you start to get bothered by the sound of your own breathing. I'm like, how annoying do you have to be annoyed with the sound of yourself breathing? Don't answer that question. That's a really sad question to answer. But yeah, so right around here, I'm gonna stir awake, and I don't think it's any one particular sound. It's the fact that my noise canceling headphones slipped off, and right now I'm just hearing everything that's going on. The noise in the room. I mean, there's oh yeah, this little thing I don't know if you can see in the corner. Ah, that corner right here. I'll pull it into view. I have like a mattress cooler, mattress pad. Oh, I'll move that. This thing is like it like runs under the mattress and like keeps the mattress at temperature based on however you like it. I usually like it depending. I mean, like sometimes it's better to sleep cool. In the colder months, I like to have set to like 98 degrees, like body temperature. So that's pretty neat. But that also does make some noise. It has a silent mode, but even then, it's still making noise. It's still pushing water. Okay, so here it is, 5 o'clock. I'm waking up, and it's like it's not time to wake up yet, but the noise, the sum of all of this is starting to add up, and basically decide, yeah, it's time to wake up. So how long did I spend out of bed? Okay, here I am. Yeah, so that's my first instinct. Like, I'm hearing hissing, and it's all the normal hissing, but it's like I'm so sensitive to sound that any of the hiss, like the one thing I didn't realize to do was just like to try to get my AirPods back on. And by this point, the AirPods have paused. They stopped playing. I'm usually listening to like a YouTube playlist overnight, and basically after I wake up, it's going to basically start listening to it again. I'll fast forward a little bit. I should be awake in a few moments anyway. And once it's pretty clear I'm not getting back to sleep, I wake up. It's like, oh, look at the time. It's 5 o'clock. Time to unhook everything, get out of bed, and stop the machine. And reach over and pause the live stream. There's a time jump. Okay, so time jump was from 5:03 to 5:45. Unfortunately, I spent half hour, 45 minutes trying to settle back in for bed. And at this point, I have 2 more hours of sleep I can get. And at this rate, what did I get? I only got like 5 hours. So that explains why I got 7 hours. I was able to go back to sleep hopefully pretty shortly after this. Let's see. So, settling back into bed. I solved the Wordle, but I think I started the Wordle. I don't think I solved it last night. I solved it this morning when I woke up. Alright. There, I actually just dozed off on my phone. I tend to do that sometimes where I just like, I think I can stay awake. Hey! Yeah, it's a Gone Swimming shirt. I don't know why I'm gone swimming. Who makes this shirt? Oh, it's UB. The company's gone. UBI. They used to like make these stretch shirts and stretch shorts. Yeah. Yeah, I like their shorts. And now I have a whole like collection of them. Only in the one size, but still, hopefully I'll. I had a bad habit of tearing my shorts. That's how much of a fatty I was. Still am. If I move my head, you can see my big derriere. Alright, so we're back to sleep. Looking back at the sleep tracker. Here's me falling asleep 5:55. Alright, I get into some deep sleep at 6:45. Let me look at that real quick. Not too far from. I slept okay, Drowning. One of the unforced errors I had was, you see how right now I have my chin strap over my AirPods? When I got into bed, when I got into bed, I couldn't find any chin strap this thick one that I hate, but it was my only choice at the time. So I put that on and put the AirPods over it. Now usually chin strap over the AirPods keeps the AirPods on, and that way I can keep noise out throughout the night. And that helps me sleep solidly. didn't quite help last night because at some point, like 2 o'clock-ish, my AirPods slipped off, and I was able to hear every little sound in the room. And it wasn't any particular sound in the room that woke me up, but I'm really sensitive to sounds, so eventually the totality of all the sounds in the room just ended up waking me up. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Alright, so I have some deep sleep coming up. When was it? I think around here, like 6:45? Yep, 6:45. I got some deep sleep. I'm not for that long. 18 minutes of deep sleep between 6:45 to 7:03. Again, the alarms are set for, hey, Dan Pollard, thank you for the follow. Alright, the alarms are set for like 7:50. So I forget which alarm woke me up first. I think the alarm woke me up. So I'm gonna watch the last tail end of my sleep. Again, if you're just joining me for the first time, I live stream my sleep apnea treatment. That's what you're seeing behind me right here. And I come on TikTok live every morning and do a little sleep review. So I go over how I slept. I slept better. I slept 7 hours, which is less than I'd like. But, yeah, every night is a lesson to learn about what to do better the next night. I think that's the most positive spin I can put on anything. It's just that, you know, I can dwell on a bad night's sleep, or I could just be blissfully unaware of like what's causing my sleep to be so bad. And yeah, I think tonight priority is to get the chin strap over my AirPods so that way they stay on my ears throughout the night. Ooh, look at that. Would you look at that? Oh, I have some rapid eye movement right before I woke up. Oh, I did dream about something. I don't even remember what the hell it was. What did I dream about? Alright, so I'm going to back it up to a little bit right here. Alright, and I'm going to zoom in on my eyeballs. Apologize for the extreme close-up. Do I wear headphones 24/7? No. But during... So I found out 897 that I'm really sensitive to sound at night. So sounds wake me up. And they don't have to be like particularly loud sounds. Passing trains and planes, like they're really like quiet, but they're like sustained. Maximus Froth, you had an AHI of 103. You take the crown. Today's chat with the highest AHI I've heard. Wow. Down to 0.5. Congratulations. Yeah, that's quite the improvement. I hope you're getting better sleep these days. Yeah. How significant was my quality of life after receiving good sleep? I'll tell you when I receive good sleep. Okay, I'm kidding, but life changing for Maximus, definitely. But for me, whoa, look at that. I got a scratch. Now watch me almost pick my nose. How do I fall asleep in that mask? I kind of have to. So this mask treats sleep apnea. So sleep apnea is a sleep disorder which causes my airway, basically my throat to close up at night. So people with sleep apnea, they'll snore as well as stop breathing throughout the night. So if I don't fall asleep with this mask, first you'll hear me snoring. If you want to hear me snoring, take a look at the first pinned video I have on my TikTok. And if you want to see me have apneas, that is not pleasant. That's just doing damage to my cardiovascular system, basically, depriving my brain and body of oxygen throughout the night. So that's kind of why I need to fall asleep in the mask, and how is pretty easy. You just got to get used to it. So that's the sleep apnea mask. Now, the reason I'm zoomed in so close to my face right now is because I believe right before I wake up, maybe? Let's take a look. So right before I wake up, yep, right around here, this light blue section is REM sleep. Yep, from 7:11 to 7:31. So about 20 minutes, I have rapid eye movement sleep. Rapid eye movement sleep being hey, that's my armpit, not my eyes. Alright, right here. So we're going to see some rapid eye movement sleep. And just watch my eyelids do their little dance. So you see my eyelids going to flutter here and there, and then every once in a while you'll see the eyeballs. They'll twitch left and right, and that's a really wild sight to see. I know I just saw it because I watched this earlier. Yep, look at that. So see, anytime you see the eyeballs twitch left and right, that's rapid eye movement. And rapid eye movement is basically the sleep stage that's commonly associated with dreaming. So I must have had a dream pretty close to when I woke up. Dang if I can remember what the dream was about. I definitely didn't have as much REM sleep as it did previous nights. But I just didn't get a lot of sleep last night. You know, I was hoping for 8, but I got 7. Physics. Am I tired every day? Days I don't get good night's sleep the night before. What symptoms did I have before starting sleep apnea treatment? Well, I had daytime fatigue. I had snoring, which was my only like real clue that I had sleep apnea. But I was fortunate to have a couple friends to actually like look out for my health and convince me that I had sleep apnea. That way I got myself tested and diagnosed with it. And after starting, yeah, the daytime sleepiness starts to like get less severe. The snoring is basically gone, and the snoring is replaced by the gentle hiss of the machine. Which, if I had a partner sleeping next to me, which I don't, clearly, they would enjoy nice, peaceful hisses for me. But for me, I'm still learning ways for myself to get better sleep, and noise canceling headphones, eye masks, things like that, all are little steps I've been taking in the right direction to get better sleep. Alright, so we're closing in on about when I'm about to wake up. So 7:50 I believe is my alarm. I think my Alarmo wakes me up. So if you don't know what the Nintendo Alarmo is, Nintendo Alarmo is like a little bit of a fun alarm clock. I'll pull it into view right now. There it is. You can kind of see it. It's this red thing here. You might have seen ads for it. It's kind of a fun alarm clock. So that's usually my first line of defense. Or I have 4 alarm clocks. So basically, that, my phone alarm, and 2 traditional alarm clocks are basically my making sure I get up on time every day, or at least early. So in about a minute, the alarm is gonna light up, and you're gonna hear some Mario Kart sounds. So there's some music going on in the back of my stream. I'll pause that right now so I can hear the Alarmo make some noise. So let's see. When does the Alarmo make noise? Let's see it. There it is. Okay, so you can see how the Alarmo is lighting up. It's going to start making some Mario Kart noises. So we're going to hear that right now. I'm going to push play. Yep. There we go. Beep, 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 beep. And then it plays the theme from the Twisted Mansion back in Wildlife. Yeah. Get to watch me demo the Nintendo Alarmo. Now, how long does it take the Alarmo to wake me up? We'll see, because I have a lot of footage of me just like ignoring the Alarmo because I have my noise cancelling headphones on. Oh, actually not too bad. So, you see, when it senses motion, it gives like the coin noise. So, bling, 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 bling. I mean, kind of the gimmick is if you... Oh, sorry about the cough. So kind of the gimmick is if you completely get out of bed, the alarm will automatically like snooze. It will automatically like stop the alarm because it basically determines that you've left bed and like, okay, great, you're awake. But I just can't even. So I just Go ahead and push stop. Jackson, getting a sleep study done soon. You're pretty sure you have sleep apnea. Well, yeah. Good luck with the sleep study. I mean, are you doing it at home or in lab? Do you know yet? All right. So that's me waking up. Lab, cool. Basically, it's like sleeping in a hotel room where there's a camera in the ceiling and a sleep tech in the next room. So the other thing I would get, so if you're used to sleeping in a hotel or different beds than you are, then well, that part won't be familiar. Now the sensors are going to be another thing you're going to be aware about. They're going to hook up like sensors for your heart rate, respiratory rate, and your brainwave. So actually put like sensors on your skull. So wouldn't be a bad time to get a good haircut before Jackson, because they'll be sticking like electrodes to your scalp. So if you get like a little maybe a thin buzz cut might help you out. Otherwise, Brick, you got diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. How much better will your life to be? I think don't want to set the expectations too strong in one direction. For me, the first night on CPAP was just amazing. It was like, oh my god, this is what real sleep is supposed to feel like. And then went a little bit downhill. Like that, like I would say it was like, oh my god, this is great. And then as you go on, you're like, okay, like why isn't it as great as that first night? And you start running into issues with believe it or not, comfort. So some people look at everything I have on for my sleep apnea treatment, like, that looks uncomfortable. Like, no, no shit, it looks uncomfortable. Alan, good to see you again. All downhill from here. Yes. Yeah. So first night, amazing. Well, some people, it's first night is like you can't get used to it. But some people, for me, like, oh my god, this is the best sleep ever. And then I start chasing that feeling, and it's like, well, nothing's ever going to live up that first night. And then I started figuring out ways to make sure my treatment actually goes off without a hitch. And that was 6 years ago when I started my treatment. And then basically over the last 3 years, I've been live streaming my treatment and using the live stream. Oh my. Having them add. Oh, so you didn't have a ramp up. So, okay. So just to understand what a ramp up is. So, when you first get into bed with the machine's supposed to start you out on low pressure that you can tolerate. So basically, when I'm once I have it on here, it's gonna start a low pressure. I have Oscar downloaded too. Yeah, 10-minute ramp up. Especially if you don't know if you can get to sleep in 10 minutes, don't definitely give yourself more time. So I have Oscar up. I can tell you what my pressures were. Cool. Right, there it is. Okay, so my ramp started at, so basically my inhale pressure was 6 centimeters, cubic centimeters, and my exhale pressure was 6 centimeters, and my inhale pressure was around 9, so 6 to 9, nice. But that's pretty tolerable. That's like sometimes when I put the mask on, I have to like I pull the mask a little bit, make sure it's air hissing, because it's so low I don't even know if it's on. Then I'm looking at Oscar right now. My ramp time is set to 35 minutes, meaning if I'm not asleep in 35 minutes, I will notice the pressure will have slowly went up. Now, it's sort of like that parable of boiling the frog, where basically if you turn the temperature up little by little, the frog won't notice that it's boiling to death, which people say it's not true, apparently. But okay, so alright, so my ramp is set to 35 minutes, and how do I zoom out? I still haven't figured out Oscar. Okay, there I am. So my pressure at the 23-minute mark was What does it tell me? Let's see, around like 16 on the inhale, 13 on the exhale. So it gradually increases, and then once you're asleep, it goes into high pressures. So, for example, it detected, well, it peaked. My pressures peaked around. Why was this showing? Okay, my max pressures. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, it does show me. Okay, my pressure peaks at. I know you can't say anything because I don't want to show my Oscar data. It's so confusing. But peak pressure was 19, exhale pressure 15. So yeah, the reason you get that gagging sensation is because it thinks you're asleep. And whenever people come in and say, "Hey, it feels like my CPAP is, it's suffocating me," I already know what the reason is, because you're awake. Yeah, your ramp up top is 5 to 8, and max is 20. Yeah, it's pretty sim. Yeah, our maxes are pretty similar. Again, I'm on BiPAP, so I actually have a little bit more comfortable where I can exhale easier. Now, so if anyone ever, okay, so there's two common sensations. It's like, I can't fall asleep with it. It feels like it's gagging me. Like, well, first of all, is ramp on? How much is your ramp time? And because that's basically my advice to anyone who can't get used to CPAP, is like, make sure all the conditions are good for falling asleep. Now, the other bit of advice is to, if it takes more than a half hour to fall asleep, tap out and just try again. So for me, these days I usually get to bed or get into bed and fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes. Not to brag, it's not a grade, but yeah, the full force is, especially when you're awake to experience it, the full force is a lot. So here I am getting into bed. I'm on my phone, which is a dumb move. I'll admit that right away. So 10:25. But you see my eyes are kind of drooping already, so I'm already ready to doze off. Alright, once I pull down the eye mask, I'm ready for bed. So when I'm actually done derping around my phone, that's not done. I had to pee. Alright, 11:41. And then sometime in the next 10 minutes, if you wake up in the middle of the night to use that. Oh, okay. So, well, keep in mind, once you start the mask on again, it will be back at pre-ramp pressure. So you should be able to fall back to sleep with it on. I hope this is all stuff that you wish you would have learned yesterday. Alright, so here I am, basically asleep. Yeah, that was basically 15-20 minutes. So yeah, it's, well, okay, there are nights where I lay in bed, especially the last few nights, where I got into bed 10 and didn't get to bed till midnight. But here, sleep came easily. It was resetting the RAM. Oh, it's not long enough to reset. Huh. Well, when you get out of bed, turn the machine off. If you get out of bed, it will continue to blow. I've seen that before, where it'll just and I'm like, go to the bathroom, come back, and it's still blowing. I'm like, well, expect me to put me back on. Yeah, so there should be a timeout. Yeah, I'm looking at Oscar, and I don't know what the timeout is. In fact, for a while, when I got my BiPAP, I told my sleep doctor, like, hey, the auto start's not working. Like, usually I was used to my CPAP, I would put it on, breathe in, and all of a sudden the machine starts. Now, well, before I got my BiPAP machine, it wouldn't do that. I'd actually manually hit the start button. I found out I found the hidden setting, how to turn the auto on, and now apparently it might be a little bit too sensitive, because apparently it takes less than, yeah, I have the AirSense 10, Air Curve 10. They're basically the same model. Air Curve 10 BiPAP model. Um, so I think I see what it is. There's two. There's a trigger sensitivity. So mine's set to medium, meaning a half a second to 2 seconds of inhale exhale is enough to trigger the machine to start. Now, that might be a little bit too sensitive because I could basically pick up the hose, like squeeze it a bit, or like maybe put a pillow over and lift it off, and I'll be like, oh, you're sleeping. Like, no, I'm not. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the smart start on. Hopefully my sleep doctor doesn't notice I've been changing settings, because that's one of the things I hear they don't like you changing settings, which for me, I'm like, come on. I asked them about the smart start, like I got the machine. I'll call that like, hey, I looked it up on YouTube how to turn it on, and that's basically the truth. All right, but maybe I'll yeah. So you don't have a smart start, so you have to manually pause and stop it, huh? Well, you can find YouTube videos how to actually ChatGPT told me how to enable the smart start, which I might have to like tweak because it's too sensitive, so it might just start up at random times when I'm not intending to sleep. But it also, it's like cool. Alright, so 7 hours of sleep last night was my total. Let me take a look at my sleep tracker once more. Again, not the best bedtime. 11:50 is not my proudest. I try to get to bed around 10. Now, the thing is, hey. Yeah, you didn't turn it on. Yep, keep up appearances. That's what I said. No, I mean like, well, Alan, if anything, I'm glad you're at least giving it another try, and well, yeah, see what happens. All right, so last night, not my proudest hour. I should have gotten to bed an hour earlier. Oh yeah, I got caught up with workaholic. Work on this, work on that, work. When am I actually gonna sleep? Apparently, right here. So I think I solved the. Well, that's the thing. Like, getting to bed too early leaves me open to waking up around midnight. I think that's sort of maybe my little bit of a downfall when I try to put myself down to bed too early, like 10. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting to bed early, 10 o'clock. Midnight, oh fudge. And then the rest of the night is just going to be determined by how, yeah, you have external water tanks. I have not heard of these. I mean, where did you get one from? External water tank, air curve. Oh my, that is expensive. If I'm looking at the retail price of this right, wow. Well, oh, wow. Yeah, I'm looking at the yeah. Oh, great! I get to save 25% off. Oh, I've seen this guy before. This guy's like a sleep apnea content creator. He's not my favorite. He has some clickbaity stuff every once in a while. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, speaking of FSA, what did I just get? I got a new toy too. The Withings sleep mat. I might return it to Amazon because it was basically, I don't know. I don't know if I really need it. I mean, my issue has been that I spent so much time on my last couple like sleep reviews, just like correcting the times that the sleep tracker thought I was awake. So I figured, hey, let me buy this piece of thing. And yeah, let's see. I mean, I bought it. I have an Amazon return policy. I'll keep all the packaging. Let's open it up right now and see, because it seems like a novel idea. I mean, look at all these circuits and hose things here. Where's the knife when I need one? I got a box opener. Yes. So it's cheaper than, well, it's cheaper than an Apple Watch, but the benefit of this is I want to stop getting those misreadings whenever my watch arm moves. Thank you. That kind of wrote itself. Ooh, so here it is. Looks like a big old blood pressure thing, kinda. Withings actually does make a blood pressure thing, so I'm not surprised this looks exactly just like one of those. So it's a sleep pad. So basically, what does it do? It does sleep cycles, heart rate, which how is something supposed to detect my heart rate from like underneath a foot and a half of, well, maybe like a foot thick mattress? So we'll see. What's this over here? Okay, so I'm gonna install this tonight, and we'll have a face-off of which device tracks sleep better. What else does this come with? Probably like a USB power charger. Ooh, fancy 5-watt. Comes in beige, my favorite color. Also I have international. Nope, that it? Wow, that's a waste of packaging. No, let's leave this off paper. Alright, I'm gonna keep all that because I don't wanna. Well, I bought it off Amazon so I could return it. I'll just go to Whole Foods and return it if it doesn't work out. But yeah, but the other thing I didn't realize was I could just edit my sleep data. So go away for now. So yeah, this sleep data was wrong. I seem to be 40 hours sleep study. Ooh, oh. Yeah, my relative's kid, I think it was like 9 or 10 when they got I think he just got like a sleep study out of like abundance of caution, but no apnea, no nothing. Ooh, there's a little pamphlet in here. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous for those people who got those tonsils out early. I asked about the tonsils, and they were like, "Nope. What do you want surgery for? You're only in your 20s." I'm like, it's never too late and never too early. Yeah. Yep, my parents didn't know lick about sleep apnea, and one of them passed away probably from complication, well, heart disease, but all that stuff. All right, so don't even dwell on that. All right, so this period here was untracked. Actually, I think I may have overcorrected. So it didn't detect that I fell asleep until like 12:15 or something. So I corrected it to say that I fell asleep at 11:50. In reality, I look at the recording, it's more like 11:55. But either way, I can correct this. I should go back to yesterday's sleep report. Yeah, there it is. I should pull in yesterday's and just remember how bad it was. Yeah, this was yesterday. Ugh. Why didn't I correct it? Yeah, let me do that right now. Did I? All right. Yeah, I already corrected it. So yeah, like the 2 hours that I was asleep way before this that it completely missed, I had it back on. Now I have 8 hours 10 minutes on my clock. Okay, so my average sleep time this past 7 days has been 7 hours 9. Oop, go down. 7 hours 9 minutes, pretty good, I would say. Getting there, especially since this was Friday night where I only slept 5 hours. That's the one thing. Once that drops off the week, I should get back up over 8. I don't foresee any travel. Don't tempt me with a good time. I might travel and ruin my sleep that way. Yeah, so that's what's coming up tonight. I'm gonna try the new Withings sleep mat to see if it gets more accurate sleep start and stop times than my Apple Watch. It might. Your math teachers just 4.5 hours last week. Okay. Yeah. Hey, 4 is compliance, and you don't have to be asleep to comply. don't take that advice. Alright, so what am I doing differently tonight? Well, I'm gonna try to get to bed around 10 because I got to bed around 11 and ended up falling asleep at 11:50, so that was not great. I was doing myself to less than 8 hours of sleep. So ideally, I need to thread that needle. If I try to get into bed around 10, I have a tendency to wake up around midnight. If I get to bed around 11, less likely. The other thing I'm gonna do differently tonight, headphones. The headphones came off. You see my ear popped out of the headphones. The last, like, yeah, that was a own goal. Wait, while gaming, that I gotta see. Well, if I had, don't give me ideas for content. I would totally do it. I would totally just wear it while I'm playing like a first-person shooter. I'll play like or flight sim. I'll wear it while I'm playing a flight simulator. That'll be the perfect cosplay. Cool. All right. So what I'm gonna do different tonight? Get to bed earlier. None of this 11 o'clock BS. Headphones are gonna stay strapped down. So you see this chin strap is really my least favorite style of chin strap. Luckily, after I woke up around 5, I found the good chin strap and put it over my headphones. That's the next thing I'm gonna do correctly tonight. Yeah, and that should do it. Yeah, I think that will be that will hopefully correct any. Again, not like I got like a bad night of sleep last night. Okay, so I mean the night before I got 8 hours. Last night I got 7, which is less, of course. More is better. Yeah, and I knew what. Yeah, it's just like relearning all the lessons you learned. It's like, oh, did you remember to do like all the different things I have to do to make sure I get a good night's sleep? I have to keep remembering to do it. I should have like a checklist for all the different sleep things I have to do. But yeah, basically I've got that down. This chin strap though, I gotta throw this in the trash or hide it somewhere. This is not good. This is like this should be my break glass in case of emergency chin strap. I hate this chin strap. It's too thick. And it doesn't have enough slack to like cover the AirPods. So I like that the lower profile chin strap that I wear here can cover. I talk rep. How do you check if you have sleep apnea? Well, the most common symptom of sleep apnea is snoring. So if you know you snore, that's a maybe for sleep apnea. Now, sorry, if you use a sleep tracker, you can possibly get early warning signs as well. So for example, sleep tracking with the Apple Watch, it's just my sleep tracker, my current sleep tracker. May not be my current one after tonight, if I might try a different one. You see, it's showing me my breathing disturbances. So if you have elevated breathing disturbances, that's cause for concern for sleep apnea. So let me find someone. I downloaded a screenshot of someone who have, yes, well, I don't have CPAP. I was on CPAP, but I'm on BiPAP now. Okay, so here is from the sleep apnea subreddit, someone who um, got early warning from their Apple Watch that their breathing disturbances were elevated. So if you know you snore and you get a warning like this, like elevated breathing disturbances, this is your sign to drop what you're doing and go talk to your doctor, because your doctor will get the process started to getting that sleep study. Yeah, I'll mention what the sleep study is going to confirm whether or not you have sleep apnea. The symptoms you can test or ask yourself if you have are snoring, and the ones you can measure yourself are breathing disturbances. Now, the low-tech way to measure breathing disturbances, to have someone else in bed with you, and if you keep them up with snoring or gasping for air and things like that, yeah, then that would be your sign to go see your doctor. But if you're like me and sleep alone, you can get the early warning signs like that. But now that my sleep apnea is treated, boom, look at that. No breathing disturbance. Oh, okay. CPAP and BiPAP. So CPAP is the most common treatment sleep apnea patients start out on. C in CPAP stands for continuous positive airway pressure, meaning you get a certain level of pressure blown down your airway, in your mouth and nose, into your airway to keep it open. Now, if you're on BiPAP, you get two levels of pressure. One pressure on the inhale, one pressure on the exhale. So BiPAP is more expensive than CPAP, so sleep doctors won't start you out on BiPAP right away usually, until maybe they know you're a good candidate. Now, how are you a good candidate for BiPAP? You use CPAP for 5 years, and yes, they're both very expensive. But BiPAP, obviously, since it's a more complicated device. And there's also a third kind called APAP, where it's on automatic positive airway pressure. So CPAP gives you one level of pressure, which may, go up and down during the night, depending on your needs. BiPAP gives you two levels of pressure, so it's easier to inhale and exhale. And APAP actually measures your breathing needs each breath. So every breath you take, you'll get a different pressure depending on what the machine senses, and that's the newest technology for sleep apnea treatment. But again, more expensive. They'll likely start you out on a CPAP if you're brand new to it. Again, I don't know what the cheat code is to get a BiPAP. Yes, Alan, I was about to make that, but I don't know if anyone's gonna get that reference. Yeah, so yeah, that's CPAP versus BiPAP. You can, I don't know, you can try asking for BiPAP and be like, "Are you sure? It's a lot more money." And they'll be like, "Hook me up, doc." I don't know if that works. Would you ever go into the doctor's office and say, "Hey, give me the more expensive option. I don't care how much it costs"? Like, okay. Maybe your insurance won't like that. They'll be like, "Doctor, why did you give your patient the more expensive option?" "Well, we're not paying for this." U.S. healthcare. Someone should do something about the U.S. healthcare system. Okay, before I get my stream taken out for content stuff, I think we'll call that a lie. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you to all my new followers. Once again, I live stream my sleep apnea treatment. That's what you're seeing behind me right now. And I come here on TikTok Live to go over the footage, discuss sleep apnea, and so forth, and just discuss how to get a good night's sleep with or without sleep apnea. I mean, there's some rules of sleep hygiene that are applicable to everyone. I'll give you 2 rules that I can immediately admit I'm a hypocrite. Don't sleep with your phone in bed, because you'll be like an idiot like me. Like, look, oh look, my phone's right there. I can play with it all I like, and then, alright, didn't keep me up that long. Also, don't sleep with the lights on. Lights are on. Oh, yeah, and TikTok thinks I'm inactive. Come on. Come on, TikTok. Almost done. Okay, cool. Alright, don't sleep with the lights on. Again, I have the lights on for the live stream. Yeah, white noise helps a lot. I listen to a YouTube playlist of particularly it's a YouTube playlist of 2 people talking about Star Trek Next Generation. That's white noise to me. Quite comfortable. Alright, folks, it's been an hour and a half. Thank you for joining my live. Again, I'll be back on tomorrow, hopefully with some more. Again, I got this new toy to play with, the sleep tracking pad. We'll see how well this thing works. Otherwise, it's going straight back to Amazon from whence it came. Alright, folks. I know. Well, okay, it's 2 guys talking about Star Trek Next Generation. That's my favorite Star Trek. I don't think anyone would argue with that. Well, plenty of people will argue. But I listened to these guys talk about their banter about Star Trek Next Generation. It's humorous. It's good, and I've listened to it so much that it's a sensation of things that you've listened to or watched a lot, like a comforting TV show. A TV show you watch like a billion times. Yes, exactly, familiarity. So if you're familiar with something, you don't have any anxiety of what's coming up next. But basically, you don't need to pay attention because you're like, yeah, you know how this goes. And like, basically, that's how I fall asleep. It's like if I play something I know I've heard a billion times, I'm like, yeah, I know how this goes. Yeah, this is like, you think that'd be like boring, but think about trying to like listen to something new, like listening to a book you've never read before. Like, oh, and I got like my ears, I pay attention. Yeah, kind of like highway hypnosis, hopefully without falling asleep at the wheel. Alright, folks, it's about due time. I'm gonna go ahead and call it live. Again, 7 hours last night, a little bit worse than the night before, but we'll do better tonight. Alright, peace out, all. See you all next time. See y'all. Alan, good to see you again. Talk to you all later. See ya.